4.
A Masters final is about to resume, and for the rest of this afternoon's session, in the commentary box, good afternoon, Dennis Taylor and Willie Thorne.
Good afternoon to you, Ray, Steve and John there. Fascinating chat in the studio as always. There's one thing for certain: if it goes the distance, it's still not going to take very long, this final.
Cameras away now. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Well, can this high standard continue? Breaks of 77 and 109 from Ding, and Ronnie responding with 55 and 99. Although I think Steve in the studio might be doing himself a little injustice, because when he was dominating the game, you give him one chance, you went to your seat and you got ready for the next frame. So I can't see how you can play much better than that. But the standard is superb, and there's a lot more of them these days. And the atmosphere here is terrific. A great response for that super pot there. Good early chance now. Okay, a little bit unlucky to knock the pink up the other end, and the blue slightly hampered with the red there, but played that very well.
Nine.
Yes, it's nice to see Ronnie giving it 110%, having been 2-0 behind, and Ding playing great. It was a really good response from Ronnie. And having this first chance in frame 5, he could possibly take the lead for the first time in this match.
Now that is some shot played with the opposite hand.
11.
It's a deep screw back, left-handed.
12.
Have a look at the way the white reacted there. Bit awkward though, the reds. He doesn't really want to go into them. He's got enough loose reds just to leave that awkward bunch of reds alone for the time being.
19.
Yes, he wasn't imagining he'd get the kiss like that. He's left himself a little bit more to do here, but it shouldn't be any problem to going up for possibly yellow, or if he overhits it, green. It's always nice when you've got a big margin of error when you're playing into areas like Ronnie was there. If you overhit it, of course, he would have been on the green. But yellow's the ball he played for.
22. 23. 30.
Well, he may take the red next to the blue. This one's a little bit difficult into the left middle pocket, but this will clear the blue.
Just have still the 2 loose reds, so once again refusing to go into them just yet, but he's slightly overhit that. Can only go up for blue or bought colour now. He wanted to be on the black there to go into that bunch.
37.
Well, we just caught a glimpse of the red that's at the point of that little triangle. It is available. And there's where Ronnie would like to put the white, so that's the red that was available.
It'd be interesting to see here whether Ronnie purposely finishes low on this red so he can just bring another couple of reds into play, and there you can see the prime example of him thinking so far in advance of a lot of the other players in break building. He wanted about another inch there, so he may not now be able to flicker the reds into play. He still has done, you see. He's
43.
always thinking. Brilliant shot. Deserves to win the frame from that one positional shot from blue to red.
Well, we could be in for a real classic here because both players
48.
queuing well, and I was always hoping that they'd both play at the top of the game. There's
49.
a long way to go in this final, and we could see some very special snooker indeed. Ronnie up to 92%, but look at Ding at 96%. They're not missing much.
57.
Yeah, it's a tough game when you're a 96% pot success rate and you're 3-2 behind. But that's the standard. Should have had a century in the last frame. His favourite to get one this.
64. $65.
It was a very poor match from both Steve Maguire and Ronnie yesterday evening, but the night's sleep has obviously done him the world of good. He looks back to normal now.
Yes, I did that semi-final. I think Stephen missed so many chances that Ronnie started doing the same thing.
81. $88. 89. 94.
The second greatest break builder of all time, Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's made 463 centuries. Stephen Hendry is almost on 700.
101. 103.
I can't think of any other sports really that when you see two players at the top of their form at snooker, and especially break building wise,
106.
it's so good to watch.
110.
Just
115.
coming up to 8 minutes for this clearance.
121.
Absolutely superb stuff from Ronnie O'Sullivan. He's come out after the mid-session interval, and what does he do? He clears the table. He's made that magnificent 128 break, and he goes into the lead for the first time at 3-2. And he played a shot in that frame there where he was on the yellow. Now he's playing it left-handed. Now there's not a lot available into the left corner pocket, so he's trying to screw back to leave
Okay,
one of these reds in the
Give me a
middle.
ring as well about it. Bang.
That's Hawkeye there, and we'll show you where he hit it. Even though he's playing with the left hand, he's right down there at 6 o'clock, so as he can create the backspin, and he must push the cue through. And the way he played it, it was absolutely to perfection, really. And this is the shot. That's a bit special, Willie, isn't it?
It's tough enough when you're playing with the hand you regularly play with, but as you rightly say, there was just the bottom red would have possibly potted into the corner, but he played it wonderfully well and went on, of course, to make the 1-2-8.